Job, please. Hello?
Okay,
Job,
let's
please.
talk about how
Hello?
I let them people come repossess my car. hmm And before y'all come on comments, oh, you had the money to pay you. No, that's not what the problem was. Then people played in my face for the past. I'll just put it like this: I bought my car in 2017, right? New car. My dumb self was not paying attention when I signed those pieces of paper. I bought it from a legit car dealership. It wasn't no buy here, pay here, nothing like that. So I wasn't paying attention to the fine print. Friday, I forgot what date Friday was, right? Monday was a holiday. So I told them Friday, take the payment out of my account Monday, not thinking Monday is a holiday. So my car note is roughly due around like the 15th of every month. I forget what today is. I'm not paying attention. My anniversary is on the 15th, my birthday on the 16th. I'm still not paying attention. Monday comes, no payment is taken out of my account. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's because, you know, the holiday. And I'm like, it ain't that past due that far. Whatever.
Job, please. She tripping. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Repossessions are surging again. And everybody that's getting repossessed isn't because they've fallen on hard times. Some people are just negligent. I want to caution those of you out there. Hopefully you don't have a laissez-faire type attitude like this young lady has, because repossessions are detrimental to your credit. House payments, car payments, student loan payments, bankruptcies, they do a number on your credit report. And seems like in this case, she has made payments whenever she feels like. And so credit is probably already challenged. And those things don't show up until the time that you need something. That's the point I want to make. So do all you can to protect your credit, because it's very valuable. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Robert, and my goal on this channel is to simplify the home loan process. I am a lender, NMLS license number 180100, and I bring videos like this to entertain, but also educate, so that those of you that are out there that might be looking to get on the property ladder, you don't have something like a car repossession prevent you from realizing your dream of home ownership. It's not a personal attack, just looking at the behavior, and hopefully you can learn from it. So as we get ready to go forward, keep that in mind. Get down in the comment section. Let us know how you feel about it. And would somebody tell me what playing in my face means? I'm pretty cool and pretty hip, so I don't want to assume what it means. But yeah, somebody let me know what it means when ladies say this a lot. They playing in my face. What does that mean? Let me know. Let's continue.
Mind you, my car note is not an outrageous amount. It's under $400. So don't be trying to say, oh, you didn't have the money. No, that's not what it was. Yesterday came. We had a car accident. It wasn't nothing too bad. Nothing like that. Called the insurance. He's like, okay, we're going to, take care of everything, blah, blah, blah. We're going to fix everything's cool. I should have known yesterday that was a sign. My husband been telling me, Shelby, let go of this car because you've been holding on it too long. We're still paying on it. It's got so many issues going on. We had to pay almost $900 for a starter. That should have been strike one right there. But I digress. I'm like, whatever. Cool. Called him today. I said, hey, y'all done take this payment out of my account. What's going on? Well, we didn't get the payment, so we're gonna send a truck out there to come get the car if you don't give us. Oh, now you wanna be smart. So I said, how much have I paid y'all for this car so far? Y'all, when they told me how much I done paid these people, you got the audacity to get smart with me, because I'm how many days? What, a week? A week? Tell me why I paid them people roughly almost $40,000. You hear me? So then they turn around and say, oh, it's in the trunk. Okay, that's fine with me. That is perfectly fine with me, sweetheart. I will give you the address. Because what you're not finna do is bully me. You're not finna bully me, and I've been paying my car note every single month. Are you serious?
So I see this behavior a lot, or the sentiment a lot, that you feel, or a lot of people that have challenge credit, in my experience, they often say, well, I've been paying as if it's a favor or if you get credit. Here's the deal. You made a contract, you made an agreement. Your word is your bond. And so you making your payments is what you're supposed to do. You don't get any extra credit for that. Number two, payments and the process of taking payments is a courtesy. Okay, it's not the lender's responsibility to set up a system or to make sure that they automatically withdraw your payment out of your account because it's just like, I'm doing you a favor. Doesn't work like that. And when you have that mindset, I guarantee you that the car that she probably purchased was one that really was not worth the money. The interest rate was through the roof. And she said she bought the car in 2017 and she had paid up to $40,000. So 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 years you paying into it. Balance is nowhere near being paid off and it's starting to break down on you. These are symptoms of neglect with your credit and that mindset. Learn from these things. When you go to buy a car, never finance it at these lots. If your credit is in disrepair, get your credit together, go to a credit union or something of that nature and get a market interest rate. You will never get out of the hole, get from behind the 8 ball, if you will, if you're always payment shopping and taking your credit for granted. Per the video, we're talking about repossessions. All repossessions are not equal. So when you hear a lot of this stuff online about folks losing their car, if you want, dig a little deeper because some people have this mindset, unfortunately. Let's continue.
That my eyes aren't working right today, which I guess is good. I don't have to drive today because I don't have a car. Having your car repossessed is so scary. I don't know how I'm going to get my kid to school. You know, we live in the middle of nowhere, so there's no buses, there's no transportation. It is autistic, and obviously last night them taking the car was very stressful for her, and she's really worried. I've tried to tell her that everything's going to be okay, but I don't even believe it myself. So, have I told you the story about how I ended up with this car? One day before my ex was going to abandon our family and move to California and take our only car, they finally, I guess, had some sense of reality sink in that I wasn't going to be able to take our kid to school or get groceries or survive without a car. They took me to a car lot one day before they left and picked out a car. I remember they had the 6-figure salary. They had the credit. I was a stay-at-home parent homeschooling our child, but transitioned her to public school right before my ex left. I had like a month notice that they were leaving. They took us, got this car, the divorce is final, and they stopped paying support. And so I can't pay for the car because I don't make a 6-figure salary. And I've been out of the workforce for almost 20 years. I am disabled and I'm solo parenting an autistic child by myself and dealing with the grief of losing both my parents in the last year and a half. And yesterday, when my car got repossessed, I had worked all day, 8 till 2, came straight home, filled my Etsy orders that I could fill, and then went back into town and took them to the post office, and then came back home and I was going to do more Etsy work, and then that's when they showed up and took my car. And I have been crying ever since. I just need a break,
That's tough, man. Reminds me of a story. When I come on and I make these videos, I'm not perfect either. I remember 20 years old and in school, and I needed a car. And so my grandfather co-signed for a brand new little car for me, and it got repossessed. And that's something that just bothers me to this day because he put his name, out for me, and I didn't come through. And the reason I'm telling you this story is it's not because I didn't want to, I didn't have the income to be able to afford the car in the first place. And so this is a very emotional story. And prayerfully, she gets on her feet. It was just myself. I didn't have a child. And so I know a lot of ladies deal with that. So hold your head, and prayerfully this too will pass. I digress. My point is this. I see this a lot when people get divorced. She mentioned a divorce, and maybe the house will be left to the spouse that's not working. And it sounds good, probably good intentions, but it's not going to work because you can't afford it. So in this scenario, what would have been better? In my scenario, what would have been better was not a new car with a payment, but a cash car. In good deeds, sometimes with emotions, we don't think about the full matter, as the scriptures always talk about. So make sure if you're in a situation like this, remember, say this with me. A car is for go, not for show. Especially ladies, you get caught up in thinking, hey, I need something brand new because it implies that nothing's going to happen or it runs better, so on and so forth. If you shop wisely, you can get a vehicle that is something that you could pay for, or something that's very inexpensive that you can handle, especially somebody like this lady in her situation. So heart goes out to her. Again, hopefully she's back on her feet. I was just talking to my big brother today about a very close situation to us, and he made a very profound statement that all of us have heard. But there's three sides to every story: my side, your side, and the truth. And whenever I'm telling the story, more times than not, I'm going to try to make myself look as good or less guilty as possible. Divorce is a tough situation. We don't know what the other side is. We just know what she's sharing with us. So I appreciate you sharing your story with us. I'm sure everybody in my community, we all have the same spirit. We're wishing you well. Maybe you're out there in a situation like this. This too shall pass, but we have to be proactive. And what are the proactive steps? If you have a vehicle that you can't afford, sell it, liquidate it, and try to find something that you can either pay cash for or is no more than 20% of your income. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of us need vehicles. I understand that. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but you have to be logical in these situations as well. And emotions a lot of times will cause you not to move. And then ultimately you get your car repossessed because it's not the first payment that you miss or late. These things are building up. And a lot of times we push stuff to the back. I do it as well in certain areas, and we have to attack those things head on. And so be courageous. Not saying that it's not fearful, but you got to be courageous and make a move. And when you do those things, you'll find more times than not, it works out in your favor. If you would like to get onto the housing ladder, get into a home, and you've been looking for someone to help you in that endeavor, I'd like to throw my name on that list. And so my contact information is either in the description or the top pinned comment below. And here's the process. The first 15 minutes is free. It's on me. We'll have a discussion to see if we're a fit. And if so, we'll move forward. Here's my guarantee. You'll have a very detailed plan, knowing how much you can afford. You'll have the benefit of getting into a home and enjoying the home. The home will bring peace to you because you purchased it the right way. And then as a bonus with a cherry on top, will give you an exit strategy in the event that you need to liquidate or sell that property sometime in the future. My time is up, but I thank you for yours. As I always say, guys, let's be good to one another. Let grace abound. And until the next time, indeed, y'all stay blessed. Watch this video right here if you want to continue to learn more about getting onto the housing ladder. Blessings.